Hi everyone, let's recap on a topic on fractions. Question number 1. Express each mixed number as an improper fraction in its simplest form. So we are given a mixed number, we got to write it as an improper fraction in the simplest form. There is actually a shortcut to it. The denominator remains the same. To find the numerator, we apply the shortcut. We times followed by plus. So 12 times 2 gives 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. So we have 27 twelfths. Next, do not forget to express it in the simplest form. 27 and 12 can be divided by the same number. And we start from 2. Can they both be divided by 2? No. Can they both be divided by 3? Yes. So divided by 3, 27 divided by 3 is 9. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Can these two numbers be further divided by the same number? No. So this is the answer for 1A, 9 quarters. Now we go on to look at 9B. Same thing. Denominator remains the same. To find the numerator, we apply the shortcut times followed by plus. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 plus 2 is 42. Now these two numbers can be divided by the same number. What is that? We try from the smallest number. Divided by 2. 42 divided by 2 is 21. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Can they be further divided by the same number? No. So the answer for part B is 21 quarters. Now let's go on to question number 2. Express each improper fraction. You are given an improper fraction as a mixed number in its simplest form. Make sure you express it in the simplest form. Okay, so you can either choose to express it in the simplest form first or change it to a mixed number first. Okay, so 21 ninths. So we write out, take out as many whole as you can from 21 ninths. You have 9 ninths plus 9 ninths. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus how many more will give you 21? 18 plus 3. Okay, so 9 ninths is 1 whole. 9 ninths is 1 whole. Plus 3 out of 9. So you have 2 wholes and 3 ninths. Remember to change it to the simplest form. 3 and 9 can be divided by the same number, which is 3 and 3. So 2 whole remains. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So the answer to 2A is 2 wholes and 1/3. Now let's go on to B. 26 eighths. Same thing, we try to take out as many whole as possible. So 8 eighths plus 8 eighths. 8 plus 8 is 16. We can plus another 8. 8, 16, 24. From 24, how do you get to 26? You need to add 2 eighths. So we have 1 whole plus 1 whole plus 1 whole plus 2 eighths. We get 3 wholes, 2 eighths. 2 and 8 can be divided by the same number. They can be divided by 2. So 3 wholes remain. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Can 1 and 4 still be divided by the same number? No, this is the simplest form. So 3 wholes 1/4 is the answer to part B. Let's go on to question 3, which is actually a word problem. Auntie had 2 ribbons. The first ribbon was 3/4 meters long. The second ribbon was 1/5 meter shorter than the first ribbon. There should be a ribbon. What was the length of the second ribbon? So if you want to find the length of the second ribbon, it has been told to you second ribbon is shorter. So what do you do to 3/4 and 1/5? If they say second ribbon is shorter, you have to minus. Take the 3/4 minus 1/5 shorter. So whenever we add or subtract fractions, the denominator must be the same. So look at 4 and 5. How do I make the denominator the same? I list out the multiples. So between 4 and 5, I do the listing at the side. Okay, maybe here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, and so on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. What is the common multiple between 4 and 5? 20. Okay, so my aim is to change both the denominators to 20 minus 20. Okay, then you ask yourself, from 4, how do you get to 20? It is at the 5th position, so you times 5 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. So 15 20th minus. Now from 5, how do you get to 20? Position 4. So you times 4 times 4. 1 times 4 gives 4. Okay, so your answer 15 20th minus 4 20th is actually 11 20th. Is this the simplest form? Yes, because it cannot be divided by the same number. Then do not forget to write your answer statement. The length of the second ribbon was 11 20th meters. So this is the answer to part A. Now let's go on to part B. What was the total length of the two ribbons? So you must take the first ribbon plus the length of the second ribbon. First ribbon was 3/4 meter plus the second ribbon is 11 20th meter. So same thing, in order to add or subtract fractions, we have to change them to the same denominator. So look at the denominator. It's now 4 and 20. What would be the common multiple? It would just be 20. So you have to change the denominators. Make sure they are all out of 20 plus out of 20. Now we have done this to 4 before. From 4, how do we get 20? We times 5. 3 times 5 gives 15. So 15 20th plus, this fraction is already out of 20, so we would let it stay 11 20th. Okay, so 15 plus 11 is actually 26 out of 20. Okay, if you were to change it to a mixed number, we have 20 out of 20, take out the whole, plus the remaining 6 out of 20, which is 1 whole, 6 out of 20th. And remember, change it to the simplest form. They can be both divided by 2. So 1 whole remains. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Okay, so the answer to this is the length of both ribbons was 1 whole 310 meters. This is the answer to part B. 1 whole 310 meters. With that, we have come to the end of the worksheet. Thank you.